Now, folks don't realize. They think that I only had to rescue folks from down south and bring them up north where they'd be free. But on this day, Harriet Tubman had to rescue a man who was already free. See, they passed that Fugitive Slave Law. And that meant that folks could come from the north, from the south, up north, and take people back to slavery. Well, I was on my way to over to Boston to one of the abolitionist meetings. I was leaving here from Auburn, and I was taking the train. Now, I had a cousin who lived in Troy, New York, which was on the way. So I said, I think I'd stop and visit my cousin on the way there. Which sure, as soon as I got off the train at the train station, folks came flocking to me. They said, they told me all about this man named Charles Nalle, and that the marshals and his brother was up there, and they was gonna try to take him back down south. I said, that ain't gonna happen as long as Harriet Tubman's in town. I had to take some action. I told folks, now listen, they showed me where he was, where they was taking him, they was having the trial. And so I said, y'all, downtown, y'all get all your friends together and get them down to town. And then I was going, dressed up like an old lady. I had on my little red bonnet at that when I borrowed somebody's cane and had my shawl. And I was able, as an old lady, to work my way up into the room where they was having the trial for Nalle. I told the folks down below in the street, I said, now listen, I'm gonna get up there in that window, and then I'm gonna give y'all the signal. When I give you the signal, somebody cry fire, and ring the fire bell. Okay, I was up there. I got up there, in there, got in my position, looked out the window, make sure they could see me. Don't y'all know, if you looked at Charles Nalle and you looked at his brother, one's just as white as the other. Only difference was that one of them mother was colored, and that his brother wanted him back in the South with him to be his slave. Well, when they got finished talking about it and they was getting ready to drag him off down south with his brother, I gave the signal out the window, and then they started the fire bells, and the crowds got bigger, and then they headed down the steps with Nalle, and as soon as they got down the steps, I grabbed on the Nalle. Nalle's ends was chained up, and I grabbed on him and held on him, and I wasn't gonna let him go. And the folks was pulling us towards the riverbank, and the marshals was beating us on the head. Poor Nalle, his head was bleeding, his hands was all bleeding, and my clothes got ripped off. I lost my shoes. Back and forth, back and forth. Seemed like it took about an hour. Nalle and me fell on the floor. I took off my bonnet and put it on his head. Then his white head didn't stick out among all us colored folks. And we got him off to the river and on the ferry boat. Took him on the other side of the town. I know that wasn't it. I know they wasn't gonna let up that fast. So the next ferry boat, we got on it. All of us that could got on that ferry boat and got on to the other side. Sure enough, the marshals had been over there and arrested Nalle again. Found out where they was. We went in there and we fought and we got Nalle out of there. And then we got him on down to somebody who had a wagon and waiting for him. Put him on the wagon and got him out of town. Whew. Y'all know what? I had to get out of town pretty fast too myself right there. Sure enough did. I ain't get a chance to spend no time with my cousin on that trip. Sure enough didn't. Sure enough didn't. Well, children, you just got to keep on fighting for your freedom. I'm telling you. Even if it seems like everybody you know's got free, there's always been somebody that's going to try to take it away from you. It's got to always keep on working to do what you need to do so that you can help other people stay free and you stay free and have a good life together. Now, Monty, Did you call what I did there a riot?
I mean, it was civil disobedience, good trouble. As Congressman John Lewis said, we need to keep fighting for our freedom.
John Lewis, huh? Who was John Lewis?
Well, Congressman John Lewis was a black man from Alabama. He was elected to serve as Congress for Georgia.
You mean a black congressman? Good trouble, huh? Sure enough, I'd sure enough like that good trouble staying. I guess I'm always glad to find myself in some good trouble, like Congressman Lewis said. I sure enough do.